Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sohile Ali Show, a podcast where I wear a shirt with a fish on the back for some reason, and you all can't see it, so you'll have to come see me in person to get that. My name is Sohile Ali. Welcome to my podcast. This is where I talk to you all for a little under half an hour, and we talk about trending topics, my weekly recap, go through some new bits I've been working on, and plug upcoming shows I'm doing, and it's just a real fun time overall. So thank you so much for tuning in, whoever you are, wherever you are. Unless you're an enemy of mine, just coming here to see how low my views are, in which case, welcome as well. Thanks for the view. This episode, we're going to jump into some fun things, man. The NBA Finals happened. Whether or not you were happy about that is irrelevant. We're gonna talk about the finals. We're gonna talk about a little bit more about NBA. As always, there's a little bit NBA stuff. Charles Barkley dropped a bombshell last week on national television. We'll talk about what he said, and we'll get into the latest in the Apple news. We love technology. We love how it's totally benefiting everyone's lives all the time. And we're going to talk about what Apple did at their Worldwide Developer Conference and kind of what that's going on there. And, we'll go, like I said, a weekly recap, new bits, and upcoming shows. So we'll have a good old time. And without further ado, first of all, who was the first jerk to say without further ado? Without further what? Ado? Ado? You mean you're going to stop talking and get into it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Ado. What the hell? You freaking... I'm trying not to curse in the first few minutes. Apparently that's bad for viewership. We're doing bad enough. All right. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave this video a nice, lovely comment. I'll read it. I read everything, good and bad. Mostly bad. Leave a like if you liked it, and subscribe for all future episodes. And I'm always posting clips, little shorts, some fun videos on my channel, so you can at least subscribe for all of that stuff. God dang it, it's free. Subscribe. Go ahead, hit that button, click subscribe. I'll wait. Thank you so much. God, you look good doing it. I'll tell you, you do. You really do. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please do us a favor, follow this podcast if you aren't already. Give it a share. A nice little share on the story goes a long way. And be sure to give us a nice rating. Would really appreciate a nice rating. I rate you highly. I'll tell you, you're an 11 out of 10 in my book. You don't want to know how bad the 10s look for me. And that would really help us out a lot. So, you know what? We're going to jump into things here. We're going to have some fun. Maybe get some clips. And it'll be a good time. Sound good? Okay, that's what I thought. God, you're a nice crowd. All right, so let's just jump into it. The NBA Finals wrapped up with the... we'll start over. The NBA Finals wrapped up this week with the 18th championship going to the Boston Celtics. And as I predicted, the Boston Celtics won. Jaylen Brown got MVP. I feel like it could have gone either way. Some were saying Drew Holiday should get it. That person needs to get their brain checked. No, Drew Holiday was amazing. But yeah, were you guys watching the finals? What did you think? I thought it was, like I predicted. I thought the Celtics would have wrapped it up in like 6. 5 is a bit short. Adam Silver was like, okay, let me go talk to Dallas because you guys gypped me out of a couple more games of ads, folks. Speaking of ads, that ad for a Jordan brand after the Celtics celebration, did you guys see that? Jason Tatum narrated this advertisement for Jordan brand right after the Celtics won the championship and they showed the celebration. The very next commercial was this ad with Jason Tatum basically narrating it, saying, "Keep doubting me, keep disbelieving." And it's like a guy hanging up a big billboard of him. Freaking went hard, dude. Not going to lie. That thing went hard. I'm not even like a Celtics fan by any means, but that thing, I was like, ooh, that's pretty cold. That was pretty cold, not going to lie. That was pretty cool. Watched the game with my boy Alex. Shout out to Alex Fry. We watched the game. What else about the game? Freaking Kyrie Irving, man. Seemingly, missed the game. It's like the old Letterman Joaquin Phoenix bit where he's like, well, Joaquin, I'm sorry you couldn't be here tonight. That's how I felt watching Kyrie. It would have been exciting if the game did, or the series went back to, if it did go back to Dallas. That would have been something to see, of course. But Luka tried. And he tried. He kept trying. But just a little bit too late. Just a little bit too late there. And overall, NBA fans kind of saw this coming. The Celtics were the best team all year. Number one overall. Number one in the conference. They had a run like no other. Some talk about their run, and, there's asterisks here and there. That's total BS, in my opinion. They earned it. I enjoyed watching it. It's whatever. But that halftime show needs to be changed. There's a lot of criticism about ESPN stuff. I don't think it's all bad. I don't even think most of it's bad. I think there's a few things that can be worked on. The NBA halftime show, when it's on ESPN, ABC, I literally timed it. I know someone on Twitter said it too, but I literally timed like what actual amount of that is like actual analysis, and it's like literally 4 minutes. 4 minutes of a 20-minute halftime. That's actual analysis. The rest is just commercials and stuff. It is what it is. But that's right. The Celtics got it done. 18th banner. The Lakers still 17. And if you're in Boston or a Celtics fan, it's good times for you right now, man. So congratulations to all the fans and them. They deserve it. That's kind of really it. Apparently Joe Mazzulla, what was it? His knee or something? Did you guys see this? Joe Mazzulla injury. He announced that he had a freaking torn meniscus since March. Apparently, Joe Mazzulla was coaching injured. He revealed that he had a torn meniscus, and he was battling that since March. Dude, I knew this guy was crazy, like the way he like locks in and stuff in interviews and is just like so intense, and then he's got that look in his eye. Like I knew this guy was crazy. I didn't know he was like biting through the pain, dude. That's insane. Like that adds a whole other level to these like questions he has to answer, these like BS questions that he just kind of like answers and then goes on forward, because he's probably just like, dude, let's get this over with. I'm dying over here. Literally has to have surgery on his torn meniscus. So it's not a player having to go through off-season surgery this time around, I guess, but I guess Porzingis will too. The Joe Mazzulla intensity continues. Okay. So this next story here this is obviously last week's news. By the time you're watching this is probably Wednesday, June 19th. Now, during the finals coverage, Charles Barkley announced that next year would be his last year broadcasting on TV. He announced this on NBA TV and basically said that his next year with the Inside the NBA team on TNT would be his last year being on television. Now, I, for one, got very sad when I heard this. I also kind of low-key don't believe him. Charles Barkley is somebody who's been in the media game forever. He's been in ever since he had his own Nike commercial. We've seen Charles Barkley, we've heard and we've listened, and he's hilarious, right? I mean, countless compilation moments of the best of Charles Barkley, right? The reason I don't believe him is that, he's always, he has a podcast with Ernie Johnson, that's for one thing, but I believe Charles Barkley will do his own show. His own show. Not Gayle King on CNN getting into politics for no reason. I think Charles Barkley should have his own show. He will have his own show, and that's going to be a good time. So he may not, be broadcasting. I mean, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. God, I'm probably wrong right now. But I don't think this is the end of us seeing or hearing Charles Barkley entirely. But he did announce that he's retiring, on television. That's TV. This man can do any medium, frankly. He really could. He's honestly so funny, he probably could do stand-up. Charles Barkley comedy tour, dude. Hey, Chuck, I'll send a tape. So that's my prediction for old King Charles there. How are we doing on time? How much time I got left? Thanks for the light. No, we're moving right along here. So yeah, that's kind of the Charles Barkley thing there. I don't know. Are you a fan? We talk a lot about Inside the NBA. We talked about how apparently next season's the last Inside the NBA season, which is devastating. I hate saying that, but if it's true, man, are we gonna appreciate the hell out of every episode. and I'm gonna do my damnedest to get some tweets on. Golly, I can't go out 0 for the season. Are you kidding me? Gotta bring it. So that's what we'll be working on there. Apple. You know it. You can't live without it. It's killing a lot of kids abroad. Apple had their worldwide developer conference. This is where they release the new features, the new, hot new product, the and one more thing, that kind of stuff. There's so many parodies now of like what the Apple videos have become, like these very highly produced, streams. And I think it really started during COVID when they were doing like videos from separate areas and just like stitching them together. But anyway, Apple announced at the Worldwide Developer Conference that they would be incorporating AI, or as they're calling it, Apple Intelligence. Not artificial intelligence, Apple Intelligence. So, it's going to be expensive and, really annoying. But they essentially released a new suite of features, this Apple Intelligence, helpful widgets, shortcuts, very similar things to like ChatGPT and other AI tools. Well, it turns out it's a lot similar to ChatGPT. Exactly like ChatGPT. It's ChatGPT underneath the hood of Apple Intelligence was basically what was released. And you go, okay, interesting. This company that, has a lot of us. Are you kidding me? I'd pay for the damn thing. We'll now have access to all of our phones, our computers, our tablets, what have you, our watches, our headphones. Great. Cool. Just one question. Are you out of your mind? I know this. I'm not going Elon on this. Elon was like, hey, if you have an Apple product, you will not be able to bring it into my company. Hey, shut up, dude. Shut up. But I am a little concerned that Apple devices will now be able to run, whenever, however long they want to, ChatGPT. I mean, in the end, to be quite honest with you, all my data, I've been giving it away probably the minute I had an iPod Touch and decided to jailbreak it. Don't tell Apple I did that. They released, custom versions of things, but the main thing was this AI bombshell, which people were kind of like, whoa, okay, so you're coming in this late into the AI game, you're calling it Apple Intelligence, but it's really just a wrapper for OpenAI's ChatGPT, and they're going to give you millions of dollars so you can be the one to have access to all of us through these devices. Awesome, cool, man, cool. Just do me a favor, just make it work, just make it useful and helpful. If I gotta type up a thing or generate something, just make it quick and easy, please. Because if I have to use this shit and it still doesn't work, or it's laggy and takes forever, and I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand all this BS, then we're really just all wasting our time. But I mean, we're wasting our time anyway. But I want to know what you all think. What do you think about Apple currently? Do you have Apple devices? Do you think this AI, this AI edition, this Apple Intelligence will be helpful? Or do you think this is slowly the end of everything that makes us humanity? And are you frankly nihilistic about the future? Whichever one you are, let me know. I'd love to know. And frankly, we have gotten to a point where you can barely tell what's real and what's fake. If you think you can tell what's real and what's fake, I want you to look up New York Times AI quiz. It's a set of pictures, New York Times AI quiz. It's 10 images. It'll give you this random order and such, but it'll show you a picture of a person's face, and then it will ask you, real or AI? Picture's face, real or AI? And then you just select which one, and it'll let you know right then and there whether you're right or you're wrong. I think my best score on this thing is like 5 or 6 out of 10 that I've gotten correct. That means 4 or 5 times out of it, I thought something was real, when it was actually AI. Or the scarier thing for me, the scarier one for me, which is I thought something was AI when it was actually real. Do you understand why that's so scary? Meaning it's played such tricks on my brain that I am unable to recognize a actual human face. That thing was published like January of 2024. We are now in June. This is June 19th, 2024, and I'm saying we are not going to be able to distinguish between most AI-generated content and something that is human-generated. I'm giving it 6 to 10 months, less than a year from now. We are going to be like, okay. And you go, well, that sucks. No, for a lot of people, sure. But for a lot of us, it should inspire us to, while we're here, while we're alive, while we're human beings on this planet, you might as well create. You might as well leave your mark as best you can while you can, because AI is coming, and it's coming for everybody, and it's already come. Somebody got it off. But yeah, what do you think? I want to know your thoughts. Please comment, write in, let me know. Let's have a conversation on that. But I think AI is going to be the next big thing, and I'm not. What a hot take, I know. But that whole thing of distinguishing what AI made and what we can make, it's over. It is over. It's here. It's over. So you might as well, for creatives, for people, for artists, for people that have a voice and use it. Brother, you better use that thing right now. Because I'm going to blink and you'll be able to generate a podcast with some idiot talking about stuff he doesn't know about. And then what am I going to do? So I'm here. I'm here for now. You're here for now. We're alive. Let's get the most of it, right? I promise I'm not just sleep deprived talking like this. I am. Okay. Last trending topic of last week and such is Dan Hurley, UConn legendary coach, turned down the Lakers job for their head coaching position. That's right. It was announced that Dan Hurley turned down the, I believe, 7-year, $60 million deal. So it was a little under $10 million a year, making him the sixth highest paid coach in the league. And he said, no, thanks, I'm good. And he's going to go back to UConn to bring it a third consecutive championship, which has not been done since John Wooden. And the Lakers are having a rough month. First, they don't get Dan Hurley. Second, the Boston Celtics win the NBA championship. So the tie is broken. Celtics are up 18-17 championship-wise, and the Lakers need to figure out what they are going to do. Apparently, J.J. Redick interviewed this past weekend. I mean, in the middle of calling the finals. It was always so funny, like they cut to J.J. Redick. He's calling the finals with Mike Breen and Doris Burke on ESPN, ABC. And you look at him and you go, this guy's in interview mode. He's talking schemes, he's talking stuff. It's like, you're still interviewing, dude. You get you looking sharp, you got the suit on. This is like a post-interview interview, This is like the hang or the dinner or the socialization that I think comes out. But, JJ is a basketball mind, the old man in the three, the one with LeBron. And it'd be crazy if he became LeBron's coach, man. So we'll see what happens. I think it's Jay Williams on Get Up today was basically said it's happened. But still waiting on the Woj tweet. Has Woj tweeted? Just checking. No. All right. No Woj tweet as of the night before this. Okay, those are all the trending topics I wanted to get into. Let me know if there's anything interesting to you in there. Probably not, but I still like to do it anyway. Let's do a little weekly recap. So my week last was, what did we do? I made the semifinals in Indiana's Funniest. So that was really fun. Thank you for everyone that came out. My coworker Sonny, his friends, Peyton, Peyton's friend, Yusuf, my cousin Parwana, her friend. There was a lot of great support there, so I really appreciate all of you for coming out. Look at me, I'm tearing up. But it was great, man. Great crowd. Indianapolis, Helium Comedy Club. It went great. So yes, we advanced. We'll be back there on July 30th for the semifinal, and then we'll see from there. But if you are listening and or watching and you want to support me here in Bloomington, I will be at the Comedy Attic in Bloomington, Indiana, tonight and tomorrow. Tonight, Wednesday, June 19th, and tomorrow, Thursday, June 20th, 8 o'clock p.m. for the Bloomington Comedy Festival. It's always a great time. Crowds are amazing. Audience votes on who gets to advance, so be sure to come out. Did a really fun show in Robinson, Illinois this past Saturday. That was a lot of fun. I went with my boy Eric Hook, and Stuart Huff was the headliner. Amazing, hilarious comedian Stuart Huff. I'd always heard of him, seen his stuff, but I'd never met him in person, so it was really cool to get to do a show with him. The crowd was great. Robinson, Illinois, man. Shout out to my boy Will Rich. He's a comedian from there. He drives to Bloomington to do our mic at Hoppy Wobbles. And in Robinson, the joke was like, I think Stuart asked, he's like, what's the town you guys make fun of? And they're just like, Robinson. Like, they are down, man. If whatever town you think you're from, it's just, no, it could always get worse. No, these guys were awesome. And Maryland's Hollywood. What a cool joint. Maryland's Hollywood. They got the upstairs stage, downstairs. It's like something placed out of Nashville, I swear to God. Darts, pool, music, karaoke, comedy. It's a great time, man. So if you're ever in the area, go hit up Maryland's Hollywood in Robinson, Illinois. They're great folks there. Really great folks. Okay. Guys, I'm not going to lie. I am running on whatever I got here, so I'm just going to run through some very new ideas in the next segment that I like to call Write That Down, or New Bits. This is where I talk through kind of new bits that I jotted down. These are literally when I have an idea for a joke or a bit, it always starts with a Google Keep, and I write down WTD joke, new line, and then I just type whatever the hell it is. That way when I go back, I just search that key phrase WTD joke, and then I see all the lists there. So what do we see here? I think we know who's going to win the election. It's such a... God, that's a rough place to start. I think we all know who's going to win the election. The one who... Is it the one who has to be guided around everywhere, or the one that just did Logan Paul's podcast? Exactly. Despite your politics, it's safe to say it's an all-man fight. It's like someone that had their grandpa and dad fight. I can tell you firsthand this does not end well. Also, Trump is a lot like Muslims. Trump has a lot in common with Muslims. He's loud, loves to dance, and calls everyone his friend. That's actually not bad. I like that last part. Even though he banned us. The tire thing. I cannot give up on this tire bit. I used to do this joke as if it was anything good. I used to do a joke about, I once saw a guy like putting air in his tires at a gas station. And when he was finished, he pulled the air hose out, and then he kicked his tires. I was just like, has that ever given anyone any fucking information before? Kicking your tire? And I think it was like, that's like jumping in your house to test the foundation. I mean, like it's not really giving you anything. I guess that'd be like if someone asked how your brick home was doing, and you're like, I don't know, let me punch it real quick. It's so stupid, man. I don't think this will ever be funny. Why did I do it? No, I'm just kidding. You guys in this is something I would tell an audience during a comedy show. You guys and my father actually have a lot in common. I'm fighting just to get your approval. And based on my comedy, I'm not getting either. Anything? All right. We fit. I actually did write this one a little bit more, so let me talk through this one and see what you all think. And as always, if you're like, dude, just fucking quit, please comment that. We fit. All right, let's read it. I was a fat kid. I was a fat kid. I really struggled with my weight. And I remember my parents bought me one of those We Fit boards, hoping that I would get in shape. But all it did was remind me how obese of a child I was. Because a We Fit board is essentially a scale with sound effects. Like, it had this feature, right? You'd stand on it, and based on your weight, it would tell you how healthy you are for a certain age range, right? So I stood on this thing, and it was like, you're a healthy weight for a 29-year-old man. I was 10. And I was like, I told my parents they did a great job. Just not raising me. No, they did a great job, gifting me this reality check. This is how we do it, folks. Some people write, I spew it half-baked. All right, I think I'm gonna spare you all that for now. We got through those, and yeah, man, let's just jump into what I have coming up, upcoming shows. When your own website does not want to load, cool. Holy shit, what the hell? Was it not that? There we go. All right, and if you're interested in keeping up with me and my stuff, I have a website. It's Sohile.com. Pretty cool, right? Until there's a more famous Sohile with that same spelling, then I'm screwed. I'm going to kill that guy. Anyway. Other than the Comedy Attic contest this week, first round, I will be hosting at the Comedy Attic all weekend. This weekend, June 21st and 22nd, for Alingon Mitra at the Comedy Attic. A very funny comedian from New York, I believe, and I'll be hosting, so I cannot wait for those shows. Those are 7 o'clock and 9:15 Friday and Saturday. And then I'll be in Louisville at a comedy show on Friday, June 28th, Louisville, Kentucky, 7:30 p.m. at, I believe that's 21st in Germantown. So shout out to Aaron Dowell and the Louisville comedy scene. And then July 2nd, Cincinnati. I'll be at the Go Bananas Comedy Club for the Funniest Person in Cincinnati contest. That's Tuesday, July 2nd at 7:30 p.m. If you're in and around Cincinnati, would love to see you there. I believe it's also audience vote there as well. And I did that contest last year. It was a lot of fun, and I am very excited to be back. Great club, great scene. Love Cincinnati and their comedians. They're an amazing, doing an amazing job, and we could all afford to learn a little bit. All right, everyone else. All right, y'all. I think that is a solid yap sesh, and or as I like to call, episode 36 of the Sohile Ali Show. I'm working on the June guest. All right. Stop asking. Everyone's asking there in the comments, when's the June guest? Hold on. It's coming, and it's going to be a good one. So stay tuned for that. And without further ado, with all the ado behind us, really appreciate you all listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing for all future videos. Wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you give yourself, some slack. Cut yourself some slack, but also turn it up a bit. I like to do the extremes on both sides. But just know that, whatever you do, you're serving a purpose. It's about as corny as I can get. So, that's it. You want more? Message me. I'll give you more. But I love you guys, man. And thank you so much if you made it this far. Comment below. I made it this far, jerk. So give me $5, and I will. Swear to God. All right. Love you guys, and I will see you all, or I will talk to you all next time. Real quick before you click away, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, comment below, and subscribe for all future videos. And be sure to check out these two videos right here. Hope you have a great one.